Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Thursday, April the 7th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the Trading Room. This is the address to get into the room. I'm live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. every day. I also share my screen all day long, help with, people who are Trade Ideas subscribers. They're asking me questions about, perhaps how to use the program, create some strategies, different types of windows. But even if you're just a guest, I'm sharing the screen all day long, and it's certainly not all about me. We have a lot of excellent traders in the room, and so again, did I mention that it's free? So you don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to come into the room. However, at some point, if you'd like to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, this would be the link to use. And if you're going to use this link, the promo code that's good right now is Holly6. That's HOLLY 6, all in caps. I'll put this in the text of the YouTube, in the text of the YouTube once I've done this. But just it's Holly6, and that's good till Friday, and that'll give you some really good discounts off our monthly, annual, and I guess our full meal deal, which includes all of the packages. All right, let's get to it. First of all, I am still in a trade here. Hive. What happened was that Hive came in on the options play. This is my definitely my favorite favorite type of setup of a strategy. It's very, 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 very simple. All it's doing is looking for stocks that are experiencing abnormal activity regarding options. So you can see right here, this one is 24 times. Today it's trading 24 times what it would normally trade in options today, and that's the sum of both the puts and calls. I don't care which one is which, but right now this is trading 24 times what it would normally trade option activity. So got the alert at 5:46. I took the trade at was 5:47, right about here. Now, afterwards, and this is what's beautiful about our room. People try to help each other. And I think it was Patricia who mentioned that these people, and a couple other posters mentioned that they were in talks potentially being taken over by some, I think it might be even Dell. Who knows if that's the case, but anyway, I'm in here at 5:47. I did sell some at 5:59. 559 right there, and I notice now we have a bottoming tail. Because I sold some right here, it allowed me to hold on. For me, it's psychological, because look, if I'm in at 547 and I watch this action and I don't take anything off, and then all of a sudden I see this action, I could get pretty nervous about saying, oh man, I've missed a bit of a pop. What if it falls right back down through my buy? So that's why I tend to take some off fairly early, especially if I get a quick pop. And so that's what I did. It wasn't super quick, the pop, but nonetheless, it took. I was able to take some, and then I could hold on because it's almost right back to my buy. The worst, in theory, that could happen now to me is that I'll sell where I bought it, and so I'll have the profit on the part that I took out here at 559. So that's what I do anyway. I'm not suggesting that's what everybody should do, but that's certainly what I do. So that's Hive. Now let's go to the star of the day. This is the good, and then the ugly. Now, Lee, L-E-I. Let me just back this one out. L-E-I. Now, first of all, here's where Lee closed yesterday. Lucas Energy closed yesterday at 296, and look what happened in the pre-market. Exploded, a high of 499. Now, here's the mistake I made. First of all, just so you know, I opened the room up, the Omnovia, the free trading room up at about quarter to 9. That's, of course, Eastern time. Quarter to 9. I'm on the West Coast, so it's a little early for me. But I open it up at about quarter to 9. And then I get on the mic live at 9 o'clock. But what we're of course looking for is stocks that are moving in the pre-market, and of course this one obviously caught our eye. $2.96. It closed on Wednesday, and it hit a high of just about $5. Now, my mistake was this, because I don't know quite frankly why I didn't do this, but with our price alerts, we can easily set alerts just by right-clicking on the window, and then you just set the alert. And I'm going to, just for purposes of this is what I should have done. I should have set the alert right here at 5:50, and then on this action, the first candle of the day, I would have been alerted. Now, granted, this moved extremely quickly, but I probably would have took some as it broke the pre-market high right around here. Anyway, I didn't, but I waited for a bit of a pullback, and it did end up taking the trade right here at it says 6:17, but I actually took it at 6:18. Notice this big pullback. Sellers tried to knock it down. Looked like it could have been over, but then the buyers took it back up, and here's where it closed. So I took the trade at 6:18, and actually on this candle right here, I got out at 6:50. And I think on this no, that wasn't this candle. This candle, actually, in this 15-minute candle, I took my profit at 6:50 and 6:38. Didn't want to. One of the reasons, I know I'm jumping around a little bit here, but one of the reasons that this was so incredibly enticing. Look at the float. Rarely do we see something like this. It's only 1 million in the float. So of course, the float, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's basically the shares that are out there for the tradable shares that are out there. In theory, okay? So when you have the lower the number of shares that are out there, this just becomes a simple supply and demand. Imagine anything that you want to buy, remember Cabbage Patch kids or dolls or anything that's out there that you want to buy that is in short supply. Of course, the demand goes up, or the demand is there, and the price keeps going up and up and up and up. I know I'm dating myself on the Cabbage Patch Kids, but I remember lineups and all that at Christmas, for kids wanting them, and stores didn't have them, and people were willing to pay people who had just bought them as they're coming out the store double, stuff like that. But anyway, that's kind of what the float is all about. When there are a few shares to trade and people want the stock, this is what happens. And I guess what it was is they had I don't know what the exact number was. I'm going to say $20 million in financing was put into them. So that's the reason why this stock was so frantic today. So I waited again, and I got into the stock again as it popped actually over 7. I was waiting on 7. Everybody in the room was watching this, and I got in at 7:07, and I mean, look what happened. And this is again 15-minute candles. Got in here and was able to, piece a lot of this out at 7:17, 7:35, 7:20. 778 and 720, all in this action here. Watch it come down again. And at this point you're thinking, okay, now for sure it's over. So, but we were watching it, and I had said that if it could get over 674, that I would probably take the trade, and that's exactly what I did. Actually, I wanted it right over here at 667 into the 670s. Took the trade right here again. Almost an immediate reward. It did pop over 7. I did not get out then. I did take some out at 694. And then here's the ugly. This is what can happen with low floaters. When people want to get out, there's nobody who will buy it, but people are all of a sudden desperate to get out, and this is what happened. I mean, this stock went from 697 down to 557 in a heartbeat. I mean, this is a 15-minute candle, but believe me, this happened really, really quickly. I was actually lucky to get out at 650, so I took a 24-cent loss on the second bit, and I took a 20-cent gain on the first bit. So, basically a wash. But this is why you cannot take your eye off stocks like this. You have to be following them religiously. So that's about it. I mean, a couple other little trades. Ollie was OLL was a kind of a tough one. It was all over the place. Don't really want to go into it. And the other one that I had, if you watched the video yesterday, you know that I was swinging this one. I was in yesterday at about 420. The reason why, again, if you take a look at the daily chart, nice big void here. It popped over 4. It was actually a Holly alert a little while ago, maybe a few days ago, so it caught my eye then. But then, this is what we're looking for. And, it is a bio, so looking maybe to run with the other bios. Not that this is part of the index, but, it's all psychological. So I did get in at 420 yesterday. Let me get back to the 15-minute. Did get in at 420 this morning. I did sell some up in this area, and then as it was coming down, I basically got out for pennies on the second bit. I will keep watching this one though. You know, if it can, it might be just a little bit early. And so I've put an alert. You can see here, I've got an alert at the high here, and because again, I love that daily. If it does want to turn back up, you know, it could really start to run. And again, it has a nice couple of dollar void in there. And then I am back in, you know, now again, this is definitely not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't generally trade these pink stocks, but this is, you know, the marijuana stock, and this is what it's done over the last little while. Let me maybe just shrink this down a little bit. So, you know, Dan Merkin, our CEO, he had come into our trading room probably, I think this day. I think it was either this day or this day. Talked about it. I watched it pull back, and I watched this candle, and then on this day, which is, you know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I took the trade at 25 cents. Again, it's a pink sheet stock. It's not for everybody, and I was able to trade it out up in this area. Now, I started watching it again yesterday as it was making a recovery, and I actually took the trade again at 36 cents. So I'm back in at 36 cents. We'll see what happens. Love to have an alert right here, see if it can break this high, and you know, maybe it could be one of these little penny runners. Again, I'm not suggesting anybody buy it, but if you were in it before, you know, you might want to take a look at it again. Though it has run up, I mean, you might want to wait for a pullback, but anyway, we'll see. All right, that's it. Not nowhere near as exciting as it was yesterday, though. You know, the IBB has made a nice, at least when I last looked, it had made a nice comeback. Yes, you know, here's the daily candle. And you know, here's the beautiful day it had yesterday. It got hit down a little bit, 278, but it is starting to recover. And you know, it'd be lovely if it could just hold this area and not give it all back up. You know, because what we'd love to see, because look, the bios are the ones that can really move for us. It's the most exciting sector. It's the most dangerous sector, but you know, it's also the most exciting sector. So that's why it's for me anyway. It's great when the IBB, which is the ETF for the bios, is doing well. Love to see it crack that 300 level and then start to move from there. But you know, we'll have to see. All right. Well, listen. Thanks very much for listening. Again, it's a free trading room. The Omnovia platform, very robust. I share my screen all day long on the mic live, 9 and 4 p.m. between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. If you'd like to take out a subscription, this is the link to use. And again, the code is Holly, HOLLY 6. Holly, all in capital letters, and that'll give you great discounts off our subscriptions. All right. Well, thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.